Hi everybody, it's Alma. Welcome back to Keto Meets Menopause. Today is Monday and the end of my fat fast was yesterday. Yay! So, you know what? I don't even know why I said that because I actually love eggs and I could have continued to do it if I just thought, I think the recommendation is 5 to 7 days. I did it 6 days, so I was somewhere in between. But I would definitely say that I would do this again. Not just because of the weight loss, but the simplicity. To know what you're going to eat, basically, each and every day without fail is pretty easy for me. I am a routine-oriented person. I enjoy consistency. So this falls right in line with the things that I like. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to this stuff that you really want to hear about, which is the final results. Okay, so on Sunday, I followed a pretty routine egg fast. And I don't really talk about that because pretty much everyone knows what an egg fast is. If you don't, what you're doing is basically eating about 1,200 calories. It consists of 6 eggs, however you want to eat them. Typically, if you're going to do a scrambled egg, you're going to maybe add an ounce of cheese and an ounce of butter to it. If you're going to use it as a deviled egg or angel eggs, as I like to refer to them as, you're going to add mayo in place of the butter. That butter, along with the fat that's in the egg, really bumps up your fat percentages for the day. So at the end of the day, you'll have 6 eggs, 6 ounces of cheese, 6 ounces of butter, and that's a pretty good story for fat, which is the egg fat fast. So a lot of people just say egg fast, but it really is an egg fat fast. It's focused on the fat. And that fat, I promise you, will keep you satiated. The thing that I did do every morning was I did have, actually it wasn't in the morning, it was closer to like 11 o'clock. I did have a keto coffee, which consisted of either cacao butter and MCT oil, or just the MCT or just the cacao butter, but it also boosted up my fat content. So like I said, one day I did a mac nut fast, one day I did a mac nut and egg fast. I imagine you could just take your fat percentages up to between 80-90%, and the rest being the rest being protein and a little bit of carbs if you need to, and you're still going to accomplish the same goal. This simply is easy for me to follow. So what happened this morning, Monday, got on the scale and I had a 2.2 release, and that made me really happy because my favorite number is 22, so 2.2 was really nice. So that ended my fast where I am just over 5 pounds for that 6-day period. I will put the exact number down here and give you day by day details. I'm sorry, I'm menopause. Trying to actually remember that data and not having it written down in front of me is a big fail, so I apologize for that. So those are my numbers. I also remembered today, and I had time to actually get on the scale and take a picture because again, my scale gives the body fat percentages, and the day that I started, I did look at this, the day that I started, my fat was at 29.7. This morning I was at 28.5. So that's a pretty good story. The question is, where is it going to be at the end of this week? So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So all in all, I find this to be a very rewarding experience. I felt wonderful on it. I didn't feel deprived. And I think that is an issue for some individuals. Now, I have never had any type of issues with food. What I had was poor choices, lack of activity, and surely at times overindulgence. But it was never a relationship where I hid food or ate in the car or binged or other things. So it's simply that I made really bad choices, especially after I was diagnosed with thyroid disorder. I really didn't take into consideration the struggle that was going on internally and continued to eat the way that I always had. And once you have a thyroid disorder, that's kind of silly. Also, for the longest time, I could lose no weight, shared that with my doctor, shared the symptoms that I had, the great amount of fatigue that I had, and you know, she just said, well, that's kind of thyroid. I finally did some research and decided that I kind of was going to make it mandatory that she write prescriptions that treated the T3 as well as the T4. So I am on Synthroid as well as Cytomel, which is basically the same thing as Armour thyroid if you're taking. So I really feel like the results, again, were very rewarding. I would do it again. And so I'm excited to do another journey in a week or so. And I will again make it modified. I haven't had any hot flashes. Oh, forgot to do it. Okay, so let's look at, sorry, my dog's barking in the background. Let's go ahead and look at my results. So today, I did already have some mashed cauliflower. I did a video on that. My husband loves this stuff, so I made some for him. And I ate some of it. I had some of that. I had some hot dog weenies. I had my keto coffee this morning. I had some chicken thigh and some other stuff. But I did have some carbs, which I hadn't had before. And after that, I did my reading. And let me tell you, I was worried about the reading going, okay, surely, you know, I'm going to be bumped down to the lower end. But here is the reading for my glucose. 88, still good. Here is my result for my ketones, 3.1. So that 3.1 is still after the fact that I ate some items that had definite carbohydrates in them. So that's exciting. I'm probably going to go ahead and test my ketones again tomorrow and then start taking it back to once a week. But if you have any questions about the egg fat fast and or the mac nut fast, feel free to ask questions in the comments. I try to reply to every single comment that people post. I do appreciate your input. It's wonderful, the community that we have built out in the world of YouTube in regards to the weight loss. Sorry guys, you're going to hear my bulldog in the background drinking some water and making his little snorting noise. He is a very interesting little creature, my little bulldog. I'll include some pictures of my bulldog as well as my Labrador. Barkley and Booley, or Bark and Boo is what we like to say, or I like to say at least. So those are my babies. Can you hear him? Yeah, sorry about that. He's a loud drinker. Anyway, that kind of sums it up for my fat fast. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you have maybe an idea of a fat fast that you'd like me to try, I'm open to ideas. So anyway, everybody, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, be blessed, and I look forward to the next time we spend time together. Bye-bye.